Hi, my name is Macy Marriott. I am the director of GlassWall Syndicate. GlassWall Syndicate is a large group of both individually accredited and family offices and funds that are united in their desire to remove animals from the supply chain and are choosing investing in innovative startups as one tool to do so. We are the largest plant and cell-based investor network in the world. We have over 200 members, and we are a proud 501c6 nonprofit. We started back in 2017 when the landscape looked very different than it does today, and there were only a handful of key players on both the startup and investor side, and that has just grown exponentially over the last several years, and we're proud to have played a part in that. Why are we passionate about this work? We are passionate about this work because we have not just an opportunity, but a responsibility to do better, to build a more sustainable food system, to build more sustainable materials, to put an end to animal testing. And we have this opportunity to build and create with unwavering standards what this industry is going to look like. How has this work changed your life? So having the opportunity to work in a field, an industry that I'm so passionate about, how hasn't it changed my life? So my background is accounting. I studied accounting in college. I have 2 degrees, one in public accounting and one in private industry with a focus on governmental and nonprofit. After I graduated, I got a job at a bank as an internal auditor, and it was very much banker's hours, banker's holidays, kind of put your work in a drawer and didn't think about it again until the next day, and it just didn't fill my cup. I wanted to be doing something that I felt made a difference. And so I left banking to go work at my local animal shelter. I was doing some accounting and general business work for them. And that was when I realized that even if I was working more hours and making less salary, that I could never work in a field that didn't fill my cup again. And so I had been there for about a year when I found out that there was a firm, Stray Dog Capital, in my own backyard of all places. So I'm born and raised in Kansas City, that was focused on plant and cell-based innovation. And they were really at the forefront because this was back in 2017 and they'd already made several investments in the space. So I was really hopeful and eager that I'd get the opportunity to work for them. They hired me. They had just started GlassWall Syndicate. It was still pretty small. And they said, is this something you would be interested in leading? And it was the perfect combination of my nonprofit and for-profit experience. And I got that opportunity. And it's just been the most amazing almost 5 year journey. And I work with the most amazing community of people, none of which any of this would be possible without our members and our sponsors and our founders. Our founders are just tremendous people, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to work on their team. What advice do I have? So, we have this really interesting window right now where I would say just put out the applications. It's still very much the Great Resignation. Our office, we transitioned to work from home during the pandemic, but now we're just fully remote. So if there was a position that you saw a couple years ago that you were really excited about, and then you're like, oh, but I would have to relocate, there's a good chance that that office, because they need amazing talent, has changed the position to remote to be able to reach candidates all across the country. So go back and look and see if they're hiring any remote positions. Gen Z is really driving that it's not just about where you work, but it's also about flexibility and when you work. So we're also seeing that transition as well. So if you're in a position where the work doesn't really fuel you and the structure isn't a match for you, there are tons of things right now. And I would say, we know that when a job is posted, men will typically apply if they meet 60% of the qualifications. Women typically will only apply if they meet 100% of the qualifications. So put those applications out there, because you could be only 70% qualified and still be the most qualified candidate in the pool. So I definitely recommend putting in those applications, see what you're passionate about, see where it could go. if you're going to bet on anybody, bet on yourself. And there's just this really cool opportunity right now to just put some applications out there. And if you don't hear back, you're right back where you started. So that would definitely be my recommendation. And if you're excited about this space, this industry, please join us. This is a heavy lift. We're trying to redefine the future of food. And so whether you're passionate about journalism, engineering, accounting, please, if this is something that you are wanting to pursue, whether that's on the startup side, whether that's in consulting, whether that's, working for a venture capital firm, working in a nonprofit, please pour your talents and skills into this industry because we need it and we need you.